Hello puzzle lovers and welcome to Are You a Puzzle Master? Today's contestant is a mechanical puzzle blogger who uses an iconic American musician to rate his puzzles. Can you already guess which blog I am talking about? It is Fivesinatras, of course. The man behind the puzzle blog Fivesinatras loves art and gaming. He confesses that upon discovering mechanical puzzles, he quickly took up increasing amounts of his free time and savings. He looks forward to the return of in-person puzzle parties, but in the meantime, he is working on puzzle prototypes on his own. Hold your horses though, because he's taking his time and doesn't want to promise anything. I am excited to welcome Brent from the USA to Are You a Puzzle Master? Hello Brent, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
Very good, thank you. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. It's a pleasure to see you on this show, and I hope that you will enjoy it and that you will be able to answer as many questions as possible. How do you feel today about the quiz?
I'm excited, a little nervous. I hope that I do well. Don't embarrass myself too much. I think it's going to be fun though.
So, it's time for the rules. Welcome to Are You a Puzzle Master? You will have to answer 10 questions that increase in difficulty. For each good answer, you will get 1 point. At the end of the quiz, you will get a title based on the number of points you get. For 1 to 3 points, you get the title of Puzzle Amateur. For 4 to 6 points, you get the title of Puzzle Trainee. For 7 or 8 points, you get the title of Vice Master. And if you get 9 or 10 points, you will be declared a Puzzle Master. If you answer 10 questions correctly, you will become a Puzzle Master Hall of Famer. To answer these questions, you will have access to 3 lifelines. The 50-50, call a puzzle lover friend, and a hint. And of course, if you don't answer any of the questions correctly, you will have to quit puzzling and we will send you a jigsaw starter pack. Good luck! So, let's start with question 1. Which of these puzzles is not a puzzle by Felix Euro? Answer A, Venn. Answer B, Titan. Answer C, Hip Flask. Or answer D, Kepler.
The answer is A, Venn.
Okay, let's validate this answer then. And indeed, it is answer A, Venn. Well done, your first point. So we can move on to question 2. What does F in Melting F Puzzle by George Bell mean? Answer A, a swear word. Answer B, furnace. Answer C, F pentamino. Or answer D, freezing.
God, I would hate to use one of my lifelines already, but I'm not familiar with Melting F Puzzle. I'm thinking the F pentamino would make the most sense, because why else would anything melting F, like a swear word? I'm going to save my lifelines. I'm going to go for C, F pentamino.
Okay then, let's validate this answer. Answer C, F pentamino. And indeed, it is a good answer. Do you have any puzzles from George Bell maybe?
I do, and I'm trying to remember. I have a burr I got, and I can't remember which one it is right now.
Next question is question 3. Which of the following French food items is the name of a packing puzzle designed by Osanori Yamamoto? Answer A, baguette. Answer B, croissant. Answer C, galette. Or answer D, quiche.
That is C, galette. I've solved that one. It's a great puzzle.
That's good. So at least you know this puzzle. And let's check if it was indeed a good answer. Well done. Yeah, so I know that Osanori Yamamoto has a lot of puzzles. And did you just solve 1 or 2, or do you enjoy all of his puzzles?
I love them. I think I've got a bunch of the apparent cubes, and I joke that my solve rate would be good as a baseball score, but otherwise it's not so great. I probably am like 1 out of 4 that I'm able to solve with the apparent cubes. But I mean, when you finally get that dance, it's awesome. So I'll keep doing them.
We can move on to question 4. Which puzzle recently won the Puzzlers Award and Jury First Prize at the 2020 Nob Yoshigahara Puzzle Design Competition? Answer A, Mutex by Andrew McGill. Answer B, 4L Basket by Koichi Miura. Answer C, Euclid for Kids by Volker Latusek. Or answer D, Slammed Car by Junichi Yananose.
You know, I just looked at this the other day to see what the results were, and I know it's not Slammed Car because that's a few years old. I think it's A because I remember kicking myself, being like, "Man, I know I should have gotten Mutex." So I'm going with A, Mutex.
Okay, seem pretty sure. Let's find out together if it was answer A. And unfortunately, it was answer C, Euclid for Kids. Yes, Mutex, I think, won the highest prize among all of them.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
He got the special award. And then Euclid came and won the Puzzlers Award and the Joy First Prize.
Okay.
So
I have
close,
not,
but
I
yeah,
have not been able to solve Euclid for kids.
Oh yeah?
I solved Euclid, but kids is just, I don't know, man. Those three pieces do not want to go in.
So unfortunately, that was not the good answer, and we can move on to question 5. Gregory Benedetti is a prolific designer known for incorporating coordinate moves in his interlocking bursts. Which country is he from? Answer A, France. Answer B, Italy. Answer C, United States. Or answer D, Brazil.
You know, I mean, the name makes me want to guess Italy, but I may have to use a lifeline. I'm wondering if this is a good one to call. It's so hard, you know, because I'm like, I want to keep my lifelines, but I don't know the answer. You know, I think, although Steven is not a bird guy, he even told me that birds are not his thing. So I guess I'll go for doing a lifeline. No, I guess I'll take a hint. I'll do a hint.
Okay, let's take the hint then. And the hint says Evian.
Yeah, it's French, I think, right? Okay, I'm going for A, France, and if I get it, I'm gonna kick myself.
That's okay. Is it your last answer?
Yeah, let's say
Okay,
yes.
let's validate. A, France. And you are correct, Brent. Well done. It is
all right.
indeed France. Yeah, the Benedetti can be a misleading name, but you will think about Italy. But
That's tricky.
And you, Brent, do you maybe solve interlocking bells? Is it something you like, but you enjoy solving?
I'm really bad at coordinated move puzzles.
Okay.
I have some like double slideways I got recently, and regular slideways, and what's the new Juno pinned bird.
Okay, yeah.
But I need that third arm to be able to do them. I struggle with them.
So then, what kind of puzzles you like the most?
I'm mostly boxes, take aparts, you know, locks, SD. I mean, that's what I really only collected for a few years, and then just in the past like year and a half since joining Discord, like the summer before last, that's when I started getting more into packing and interlocking and stuff. I had like a couple, but primarily, you know, boxes and such, which are still my favorite. But I'll do anything, you know, sliders, whatever.
Yeah,
Anything unique or interesting.
Well, thanks for sharing that, and we can move on to question 6. And the question 6 is: the TV puzzle by Jakub Diorak is a hybrid of two mechanical puzzle types. Which ones? Answer A, puzzle box and packing. Answer B, maze and take apart. Answer C, take apart and packing. Or answer D, sequential discovery and puzzle box.
So I've got this puzzle, and I mean, I know I would say take apart. It's obviously packing. I would say take apart and packing because of the early part. I guess some people could argue it's SD, but I would argue against that. So I'm gonna say take apart and packing C.
Okay, so you're pretty sure. Quite curious to know your thought about this puzzle. Let's find out. And indeed, it is answer C, Well done,
right.
Brent. Yes, there is an incredible story behind this TV puzzle that someone on the Discord was looking for, and Eric Fuller made it happen. Amazing. A big thank you to Eric for this effort. So, did you enjoy it? Was it worth like getting it after all this waiting?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of it is that it's just cool that it has this story, you know, because we saw in Discord early on people like trying to talk it up and get it made and just seeing it made. But I mean, I think the aesthetic of it is really, really cool. It's one of the puzzles that are outside of my, you know, puzzle room at home that my wife is allowed to breach the doorway. So I think it's cool. I mean, it's definitely a fun, neat looking little puzzle.
Well done, Brent. So we can move on to question 7. And the question is, Brian Young, aka Mr. Puzzle Australia, made puzzles based on some of the world's most famous landmarks. Which one is not a puzzle he made? Answer A, Pisa Tower. Answer B, Washington Monument. Answer C, the Louvre. Or answer D, Big Ben.
This one I know. It's A, Pisa Tower, for sure.
Okay, you are pretty sure. Maybe you already solved the others. Let's find out. And indeed, it was answer A. Well done, Brent. So, did you solve maybe the 3 others that are listed?
No, I've only solved the Washington Monument. I borrowed it from someone. I would love to get Louvre and Big Ben, but
okay.
I mean, I have 3 wise bolts and I have ages.
Okay, yeah.
But I missed out on those, unfortunately. But you know, one day.
Yeah, possibly. Do you enjoy Brian Young designs?
Oh yeah, I love them. I mean, that's like my thing. You know, take aparts like that. I think.
Yeah.
And some of his designs are just so cool.
Well done. You've spotted the correct answer on this question 7. And question 8 has been made by Tanner and Geneva, our previous contestant. So, the question 8 is, the Stomachion puzzle, 3rd century BC, is possibly the oldest puzzle known to man. To which Greek mathematician is it often attributed to? Answer A, Aristotle. Answer B, Euclid. Answer C, Pythagoras. Or answer D, Archimedes.
And I'm gonna go yell at Tanner after this for giving me this question. Oh, dude, I mean, it's got to be Euclid or Pythagoras, I think, because they both not obviously were mathematicians. I'm tempted to do a 50-50, but I'm worried if I do it, I'm gonna get those two, and it will like not help me at all. But you know, I've only got 3 questions left. I don't know that Steven would know this, so I'm going to take the 50-50 and hope I don't get me.
Let's see. The 50-50. And you are left with
oh my God.
A,
okay.
Aristotle, and answer D, Archimedes.
So I was totally wrong.
That was a good choice to take the 50-50.
I'm going to, you know, I mean, I don't know a lot about Archimedes. I know Aristotle, but he was more like logic and reasoning. I'm gonna go for D and cross my fingers on it.
Okay, let's validate answer D, Archimedes. And let's find out together if it was a good answer. And indeed, it was Archimedes. Well done, Brent. Good luck on this one. So you maybe never heard or never solved the Stomachion puzzle, maybe?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna look that up though after this.
Okay.
And I can forgive Tanner now since I got the answer right, but...
Very good question from Tanner and
Yeah,
Geneva.
that was a good one.
We can move on to question 9. Which popular puzzle from Czech Republic featured prominently in Jaroslav Folglar's adventure novel, The Mystery of the Puzzle? Answer A, Yin Yang by Joseph Pelikan. Answer B, Cross in Circle by Vaclav Obsivac. Answer C, OSM Ball by Jakub Diowak. Or answer D, Hedgehog in the Cage by Radek Mikopoulos.
I mean, I know hedgehogs are really popular in the Czech Republic, and I know Rademic is from the Czech Republic, and I think I even remember reading this. So I'm going D, Hedgehog in the Cage.
So you're pretty sure, and let's find out if it is answer D. And well done, it is answer D.
Nice.
That was a good reasoning to find out the answer. So I didn't know that hedgehogs puzzles are very popular in Czech Republic.
Yeah, I guess they're from there, and I don't know. I guess they just like them. I'm not sure. I've got a couple of the Rudemic.
What kind of puzzles are there? Like, is it like take something out of them, or?
Well, I have, let's see, I have Axis and Epic, which are unique hedgehogs. I have Hexahog, which is sort of like a reverse hedgehog where you're trying to get a piece into it. And then Nemo is more of like an SD take apart with kind of a puzzle hunt element to it as well, which is kind of cool.
The final question 10, and you are left with one lifeline. So let's find out what is the question. The Pachinko box by Will Stribos is a sequential discovery puzzle. The goal is to release which 2 coins? Answer A, Chinese yuan and Russian ruble. Answer B, Russian ruble and Japanese yen. Answer C, Japanese yen and Korean won. Or answer D, Korean won and Chinese yuan.
Okay, I'm glad I saved my last lifeline because I think that Steven will be helpful on this one. And I'm not sure. I've actually never finally finished my Pachinko, so I don't know. So yeah, let's call Steven. Let's see if he can help me out.
Yeah, sure.
Gotcha.
Hello Steve and welcome to Are You a Puzzle Master? Brent needs you for this final question. Before he tells you about his question and the different options, would you like to maybe present yourself, Steve?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Canfield. I write a blog called Boxes and Booze. A couple of years ago, I decided to combine my 2 hobbies, puzzle box and puzzle collecting, and craft cocktail making. I'm a home bartender as well. And so I thought, well, there's plenty of puzzle blogs out there, and there's certainly plenty of cocktail blogs out there, but nobody's done this. And surprisingly, a lot of people enjoy it, so I keep doing it. And that's my story.
That's great. Thanks for sharing. I hope you will be able to help Brent for his last question.
All right, Steven. Thanks again for helping. I'm glad I waited till this question because I think you might be able to help me. All right. The Pachinko box by Will Stribos, I can never pronounce that, is a sequential discovery puzzle. The goal is to release which 2 coins? A, Chinese yuan and Russian ruble. B, Russian ruble and Japanese yen. C, Japanese yen and Korean won. D, Korean won and Chinese yuan.
Okay, that's tricky. Yeah, I mean, I didn't memorize the type of coins in there, and it's been a couple years since I solved that puzzle. But I think that Chinese might be a good guess, Brent, just because that's where he manufactures a lot of his puzzles. You know, he's not Russian. There's no Russian type of lock in there. So I don't know that that would be an obvious choice. So I would, if you were going to try to weed it down, I would say forget the Russian ones. Maybe go for Chinese yuan. And then without Russian, the only one that would be left would be the Korean won. I honestly don't remember what the 2 coins were, though. That's a very tricky question.
Yeah, and I had initially kind of thought it would be yen, like a Japanese yen, just because, right? Japanese puzzles, I don't know. But if there had been a Japanese and Chinese option, I feel like that might have been it. But so you feel pretty good about the Chinese yuan. I think it makes sense what you're saying about there not being a Russian ruble. There doesn't seem to be any reason for it. So You're thinking Chinese and Korean.
Yeah, I think that if you get rid of Russian ruble, although, you know, we could be totally wrong about that, but let's go with that hunch that Russian doesn't make a lot of sense. Then, it's going to be either C or D, I guess. If I had to guess, I would just go with the Chinese one. So I'd guess D personally, although I don't know why. I wouldn't think it would be Korean. So then that would rule out those 2.
Yeah,
But anyway, I would just go with logical reasoning. If I knew what sizes they were, because there's the second coin is a small coin, but I don't know the sizes of these coins, honestly.
Yeah, neither do I. And I mean, Will is, he's not, as far as I know, he has no Russian connections. So,
but he does travel to Russia quite a bit. He has contacts there, and he does business there. He has sources there.
Huh.
You know, I wonder, do you think a Russian ruble might actually be like a little dime-sized coin? Because that's what that second coin is.
I think it might be. And if he's traveling to Russia, that would seem to make more sense than Korean.
Okay, good. I'm glad we talked this one out. All right. So let's change. Let's assume that a Russian ruble is actually the smallest of these options. Then it would be A or B. And then since you were kind of leaning towards Japanese yen, I just don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Or we could say Chinese because that's the other place he does business. That's maybe where he had the boxes manufactured. But that doesn't mean that's the coin he picked. You know, who knows?
I mean, I would have guessed Japanese just because obviously Japanese puzzle boxes, there's a huge overlap there, but it's not like Will really makes puzzle boxes per se. So,
all right. Well, A or B, maybe use your instinct and hunch and good luck.
All right, thanks, Stephen. I think you sounds like you got to go. Or well, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna say B, Russian ruble and Japanese yen, and let's see how it goes.
Okay, so that's your final answer then, Brent, and let's check all together if it was correct. And it was answer A, Chinese yuan and Russian ruble. Still very good thinking about the Chinese yuan.
All right, guys, I gotta run.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Have a good day.
Too.
Bye.
Oh well, that's a good question. That's a really good question.
Yes, it is. And the thinking of Steve was really amazing, actually. But he remembered that Will Stribos makes puzzles in China. And really the thinking that you had at some point, thinking about is doing business in China and in Russia. And you had the answer at some point, and a bit sad that
I steered away.
answer B, yeah, but the thinking was amazing. Well done, Brent. You managed to answer 8 questions out of 10. Well done. You are declared a Vice Master, the first one on this series. So,
I'll take
well
it.
done. Bravo. You are a solid contestant.
Thank you. That was fun, man. I had a good time.
That's perfect then. I hope you did enjoy all the questions, and thanks to Steve for joining and helping out. Thanks for your time, Brent, for participating in this quiz. And maybe before we end this video, you would like to talk more about yourself, what you are doing, your blog.
Yeah, I've got, a puzzle blog. I've had a puzzle blog for, I don't know, a year or two now. It's called Fivesinatras.com. It's a rather arbitrary sort of fake grading system that's mostly an inside joke with myself. But I love it. Before the Discord, I didn't really have any outlet to talk about puzzles with anybody, and kind of like Steven was saying, combined two of my favorite things to do, writing, especially kind of comedy writing, and puzzles. And it was a great outlet at the time to just sort of talk about it. And really, again, since I got into puzzles before there was Discord, before stuff like that, I relied so much on the existing old school puzzle blogs like Steven's and like Allard's and, Puzzle Mad and things like that. I really relied on them to know about puzzles and know about the kind of puzzling world. So I felt like, hey, why not throw my hat in the ring, another voice out there to review more puzzles for people. It helped me, maybe it'll help someone else. And it's just been fun, it's just kind of silly and fun. And I did a puzzle hunt for the holidays last year, and I don't know, it's good times. I hope people enjoy it, find it useful.
Yes, it's very amazing what you are doing. All the bloggers, the review of each puzzle, that's just great. And for people who don't know about these kind of things, learn so much and get into puzzling, and that's amazing. So thanks to all of you for this amazing amount of effort into each blog, and thank you for sharing this story, Brent.
Hey, thanks for having this game show, man. This is a great idea. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time. Bye, Brent.
Bye-bye.
What an amazing performance from Brent. He scored 8 points out of 10, which makes him our first Vice Master of 2021. If you think that you can be our first Puzzle Master of 2021, then put your participation in the comments below. I will be very happy to meet you and to challenge you. If you did enjoy watching this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I see you next week for a new video. Tschüss!